Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending this Your Method webinar. There's no charge for you, and we want to ensure that you get the full benefit from the method, and that's our primary objective is to do that for you, and we could have people start inputting the requests because many of the requests are pretty general that I would just resolve them in general. So if we have any specific ones that someone just want to start, we could take like 3 to 5 people like that, and then we go from there. So anyone's ready to give their live input about something that they would like to see better in their future. So this is really about the future that you have that's uncertain, that you would make it certain, and you would be strong connecting to your future, the way you want your future to be. So we have anybody ready for that?
Yes. Adri or Adri.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Sí, hola, ¿qué petición tiene usted?
Yo tengo dolor de cuello y de cadera del lado derecho desde hace 9 meses.
¿Ahora mismo lo tiene?
Sí.
¿De qué
no
país?
se quita.
Sí, ¿de qué país nos llama?
De México, de Guadalajara, México.
Okay. Adri, she is calling from Mexico. Maybe this is a general question. She is having a pain in her neck and in her lower back right side.
So her future is moving to Guadalajara, Mexico, right? Is that what she's doing?
What, sorry?
Her future is moving to this city, right?
No, she is there.
Oh, she's there. Okay, so what's her future problem? That she's going to have neck problems in the future, or she already have it, right?
¿Qué problema cree usted que tendrá en el futuro? ¿Este dolor?
Que si conecto con que voy a seguir con ese dolor.
Como este es un seminario para problemas que usted crea que va a tener en el futuro, ¿usted cree que va a tener este dolor en el futuro?
En la cadera sí.
Yeah, especially in her hip.
Okay, so when somebody have hip problems, that the past on her shoulder have given her the problem. Now the future would be she's going to feel that she have to use her shoulder a lot more than she's been doing in the past. So we will just resolve her future that when she uses her shoulder, she could be strong in using it and be totally fit with holding up the load that she have to deal with in her life. Okay. Now, how's the hip seem like to her now?
¿Cómo está su cadera ahora? ¿Igual o diferente?
Bajo.
Less.
Okay, so the future, there are things in the future that bothers her that kind of make her, as she progresses into the future, she don't feel comfortable about. So anything in the future that kind of bothers her?
Diga solamente sí o no. ¿Hay algo en
You
el
don't have to
futuro?
say what it is.
Yes, yes. Diga solamente sí o no. ¿Hay algo en el futuro que le afecte?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, so when she thinks about that, it troubles her, right?
Cuando usted piensa en eso, le afecta, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
So to give her anxiety because she doesn't know how to resolve it. So, and she also thinks that no one ever going to resolve it for her. So I am not resolving it. I just directing her how to resolve it, connect with her physical intelligence of her internal computer. Now we will just, the effect is it's a 20% of her. So we could lower the number down to 0. Minus infinity and beyond minus infinity. Now, when she think about her future that troubled her before, does it still trouble her?
Si usted piensa en eso del futuro que le afectaba, ¿ahora al pensarlo todavía le afecta?
No, cambió.
No, it
Okay,
changed.
good. So the good about this method is that we don't have people, express their private experiences that they may feel, embarrassed about. So they don't have to express anything, and that's how this method could resolve things that other methods that you would have to have a long dialogue what your problem is from the past and the future. So we could resolve problems in the past so it doesn't extend into the future. So thank you so much for participating. And also the pain in your hip is better because most of the pain that people feel, the origin is non-physical. So we have to be able to identify that within seconds, and let your own intelligence resolve it for you. Thank you so much. So let's take another person.
Muchas gracias, Adri. Now we are going to take Carol. Can you open your mic, Carol?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. What is your
Okay.
request?
To help a friend. He's a male friend, 47 years old. He smokes pot day in and day out. He's addicted to it. He's PTSD from being in the service, apparently, and has other mental issues. I'd like to help him somehow. He doesn't
Okay, so
believe
when you
he's
think about his
addicted.
problem, it's
Yeah.
disturbing for you, right?
It is.
Okay, so using you as a person that improves the other person by proxy. So
Okay.
when you think about his situation, it troubles you. So, is he living in a state that is legal to smoke marijuana?
Yes, unfortunately, California here, but and it's
That's not
not.
unfortunate. Now,
Well,
the thing is that you've been getting information that is bad, and then you kind of project it onto him
okay,
that you have this energy, and plus other people that have a negative connotation about marijuana. I am not supporting it. I don't smoke myself. Okay, so I'm just saying that it is not as bad as smoking tobacco. Okay, so now
he
and
does smoke tobacco also,
okay,
but
so let's make
yeah,
the tobacco and the marijuana to be even with each other and
okay,
strengthen his internal computer or essentially his central nervous system, that he would make the choice or take it or leave it. Okay, because right now he's affected by other people's negative connotation about his behavior or his addiction. Okay, so and he's
okay,
surrounded by the whole dynamic where he lives and his community, and going further out. Well, it's not the whole California, but
right,
whatever city he lives in, kind of not a good city for him in supporting him um, to go ahead with his life. Okay, so I would
well,
just
what he
stress that.
does is, yeah,
So let's no, let's
okay,
don't put any more input there. Now
okay,
let's say you think about his situation now. Does it seem like less hopeless than before?
no,
Okay, he's still hopeless to you, right?
yes,
Okay, so hopeless for you does not register as that, but the space you share with him, the internal dynamic, that suggests that, okay? And also
okay,
strengthen the boundary between you and him, your family and his family, even though they never may have met each other, so it doesn't
no,
matter. So we just
right,
strengthen it so it could put up with all the external dynamic that affecting him. So it would strengthen him instead of weakening him, okay?
okay.
Now when you think about his condition now, does it still have the same effect on you, or is it different?
It's a little different. There seems to be a little hope now.
Okay, it's no a little bit, okay? Either all or nothing, okay? So
Okay.
let's ensure that you accept things that is complete or there's no change, right?
Okay.
If you put all the different parameter in there, then they actually show up as a conflict. So let's
Okay.
remove
Okay.
all possible conflict from the past so it doesn't extend into the future. That's your MO that I call out, that I would just strengthen all those things for you. Now, when you
Okay.
think about him again now, are you less judgmental about it or less concerned about it as before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's projecting a different energy to you, and he had changed without you asking him to change, right?
Right. I don't want
If
to
you ask
ask
him to change,
anybody.
you probably be more difficult for him to change, right?
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Okay, so you feel like we could strengthen him, that he would make the right choice in life, that he could smoke if he wants, but not continuously, right?
Correct.
And PTSD, he doesn't seem to have it. Okay, so thank you
Well,
for
he's,
that,
oh, thank you.
for
Thank you.
participating.
Okay.
Okay, so you get him on our addiction program, we will just resolve it more continuously, okay? All right, so let's take one more. Let's say take up to 5 people that have specific problems that need to be addressed and resolved.
Ok, ahora vamos a tomar a María Isabel. ¿Puede usted abrir su sonido? Para aquellos de ustedes que nos están escuchando por Facebook, si entran a Zoom, tienen los subtítulos en español. María Isabel.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Sí, ¿desde dónde nos llama, por favor?
De Puebla, México.
¿Y qué petición quiere presentar usted?
Tengo una angustia y, bueno, hace muchos años mi hijo ha empezado a tomar alcohol y a fumar demasiado cigarro. En especial, pues la cerveza es algo a lo que no puede soltar, no puede dejar.
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Qué edad tiene su hijo?
28 años, va a cumplir 28 años.
María Isabel is in Mexico, and her 28-year-old son drinks a lot, and she is very anxious about it.
What's the last few words you said?
She is very anxious about it.
Anxious about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the one with the problem, not her. So, but that problem becomes hers, and it's really reinforced by having other sons. Whether you have other sons or not, is the negative experience reinforced by other sons from her ancestors that have difficulty dealing with their sons, and that's kind of reinforced for her in this situation. So, and the effect on her is near beyond infinite. So it's always there till we lower the number of effect or the percentage of the effect. So we're doing it right now, and also the sun is surrounding not so much the neighborhood or the city. It's more like the whole country, Mexico, that should be reinforcing him or strengthening him instead of weakening him. Okay, now when when she think about her son now, how's her son seem like to her? Same or different?
Si usted ahora piensa en su hijo, ¿cómo le parece que está su hijo? ¿Igual o diferente?
Lo siento diferente.
Different.
Okay, was she crying or something or what?
El doctor Yuen pregunta si usted está llorando.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, so she's crying. It's really coming down from her ancestors that they are crying because they couldn't resolve their son's problems when they were alive. Okay, so that energy is there. So we just resolve it. It sounds, difficult or bogus to accept it, but that's what in her computer that I'm reading, okay? Now, how's her crying now?
¿Cómo está ahora su llorar?
Me siento
Well, she
un
sounds like she's
poco
feeling worse, right?
tranquila, pero sí tengo una gran ansiedad por llorar.
She feels a lot of anxiety and this need of crying.
Okay, there's really no anxiety. It's her misinterpretation. So as humans, we constantly misinterpret what really troubles us. So let's remove the misinterpretation so it doesn't make the situation even worse. Okay, so the misinterpretation is like, it's really beyond infinite. And so we delete it from infinite
Sí,
or beyond
gracias,
infinite
gracias.
down to zero. Okay, now how's the situation?
¿Cómo está la situación ahora?
Me siento un poco más tranquila.
A little bit calmer.
Okay, so let's make it all calm. Okay, so it's either or nothing. So we just want to demonstrate that you could shift things, and it may not be totally there, but people should attend more events. So we have this event coming up of myself at Monty Greenberg. So people could attend that event on Tuesday also. And so Monty Greenberg has been with me for over 2 decades, and she has learned a lot of things that others have not have a chance to learn, right? So she got impeccable insight and results, or get immediate results, just like I have. So on her site, there's real people giving everyone the real testimony about the results that she achieved for people. Okay, so let's go to another person, and I would continue to discuss about the potential that people could receive from this method, and also from Marty Greenberg, along with me on Tuesday, the event. Okay, so we have another person ready to.
Yes, muchas gracias. Linda, can you open your mic, please? Linda.
Hello.
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 Hi, Dr. Yuen. Can you help me with my son? He's in his 30s, his early 30s, and he's a wonderful person, and he had a lot of anxiety, social anxiety. And when he was younger, he had friends, a lot of them. And
Okay,
he
so
just,
essentially he has problems that you want those problems to be resolved, right? You don't need to name them or give a history about it.
yes.
Because I know that that's conventional wisdom, is that you have to get the whole story, right? Every
Okay.
detail. So we want to simplify that he has problem as a mother. You perceive his problem, that you want his problem, that he becomes strong to his problem and delete the effect of his problems, right?
Yes, I'd like
Okay,
him to be
so
able to
now
have friends.
I'm going to process that for you, okay? So the thing is that the first weakness is his peers that growing up, even before he was a teenager, that influencing him, that kind of took away his central nervous system potential to fulfill his full potential. Okay, so let's just strengthen all that, and also the situation between you and his father, that seemed to be something that need to be resolved. Okay, you don't have to
Yes.
say what it is, but when you think about his dad, there's something that could be resolved and become better, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you think about it, you feel the negative effect. So we have to remove that, because every time he connect with you, you connect with him, it brings things up even without you verbalizing it. Okay.
Okay.
So now, so when you think about his dad, there's something there. There's there's a million issues there that the effect is less than 100%, but it's kind of intense. So we just resolve it down to zero, minus infinity, beyond minus infinity. Now when you think about his dad now, it's the same or different?
It's different. There's still some stuff there, but it's a little.
Well, it's different, right?
Mhm.
So there's some stuff is that your family and his ancestors have problem with each other, right? So it's not just you and him, but so we resolve the ancestors' conflict with each other. Okay, how's it now? Is it different?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so now your son, his future is uncertain. So let's strengthen his future to have more certainty in the future, because he inherited uncertainty from his father, from his father's ancestors. They were uncertain, and they passed the uncertainty to him, and also his siblings if he has them. Okay, so we just resolve them. Okay, now when you think about your son again, what does it seem like to you in comparison? Same or different?
I can't really think about it.
Well, you're blank, right? It's better than to think about
Uh-huh.
it that was negative, right?
I could take a deep breath now.
Okay, so thinking about doesn't solve anything. In fact, thinking about causes more problem, right? So when you think about it's no effect, that's how you don't have to rely on thinking, right? Thinking drives us crazy, right?
Yes.
Okay, less thinking, that's what this method is about. We activate your physical intelligence of your internal computer so you become a master of yourself. Right? Everyone should be at least a master of themselves, right? You don't have to master over other people. So,
Right.
so you feel more comfortable now, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. You hit a lot of the things that
Well, those answers
are
come from
true.
you. I just have to know how to read it, and that's what we program other people to download the information and not go by textbook technique, right?
Right.
So anyway,
Thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome. So thank you for being part of it. And as I say, Marty Greenberg has 2 decades of experience, so she's a grandmaster or the Shaolin grandmaster of the Yuen method. And
Yes, I take her
so,
program. I do.
okay.
It's she's
All right.
great. She's great.
All right, thanks for reinforcing that. So we want more people to actually know about this method and know about her because she's the future. I'm up there in age and I don't want any more work, but rather to support the method that they hand down to me that I want to pass it on to everybody. Okay, so she could change serious life-threatening disease and illness to non-serious ones so quickly, right? And you effortlessly, right? So she have these results on her blog with individual testimonies from people that's unpaid. We don't pay for testimonies. So for anybody who is skeptical, who are skeptic, we want people to hear it and be open to the possibility of resolving more problems in the world instead of constantly generate more problems every day, right? When people don't resolve problems, they generate more problems until we've gone nuts without problems. We can't solve any of it, right? So anyone have any covert symptom, we will resolve those. Okay, so anyone have that want to share that experience?
Okay, I'm gonna look for a person because I saw a person before, but now I took Susana. Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hello.
Hi. I was wondering if Dr. Yuen, you could, my baby, she doesn't sleep through the night.
Okay, how old's your baby?
She's 13 months, almost
Okay.
14.
So you is a girl or boy?
Girl, she wakes up
Okay.
about sometimes every half hour.
All right. So her waking up disturb you, right?
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
Okay. So we're using that as a baseline, right?
Yes.
But there's no truth to that, okay? The truth is that
Right.
if she doesn't wake you up, it would bother you, okay? So let's resolve that one, okay? So it's a little mixed up here, okay? We all get mixed up of the opposite, okay? So
Yeah.
you want her to wake up to bother you or wake you up, right? And then you're bothered by it. But so if you're not expecting her to wake you up, then she will not do that for you, right? You give her the message from your physical intelligence to her that she should wake up and make sure that you know that
That I'm there
that you
for
are
her. Yeah.
that you connected
Yeah.
together. Okay, now
Yeah.
let's resolve that. You connect together even in your sleep, right? You don't have to be awake, right? So
Right. Right.
okay, now when you think about her waking up now, does it still bother you the same way as before?
No, it does not.
So if it doesn't bother you, then the things will change, right? It already changed, right? So you have more confidence that you both could go to sleep, right?
I hope so. I do have a little bit of
Well,
worry. Can we
don't
look
hope,
at
okay?
that?
Since you brought something up with that word hope, just think about something that's hopeless in your life, in the past or the future, that
Yeah.
this method's going to
Okay.
resolve it. There's no other method would do that, okay? So anything hopeless
Okay.
for you?
My
You don't have to say
financial
what it is, okay?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Got it.
That's okay. You know, we don't want to invade your privacy, right? So connect with something that's hopeless for you, either from the past or in the future, okay, or both, right?
Okay. Got it.
You got it. Okay. So it's really like 10 different things that make up a trillion reasons. So once you identify those numbers in your computer and the effect on you is a trillion percent. So we lower it down to 100% of you, then down to zero minus infinity, beyond minus infinity. So I don't need to verbalize this, but I need to say something in the webinar, right? Otherwise, it'd be total silence, right? And now, when you think about something that was hopeless for you, now does it still seem the same or different?
It's more neutral. Like I feel more
Okay.
relaxed on the
Well, that's
inside. Yeah.
easy, right? In less than a minute, you can make something hopeless to be at least neutral, right? That you could
Yeah.
go ahead with your life. Otherwise, hopelessness would keep you back where you're at, right? Or in fact, push you even further
Yeah.
back,
Spinning
right?
in circles.
Okay. So thank you for participating, and you know,
Thank you,
you're gonna
doctor.
stay at home at mom. You know, you should learn how to do this and generate revenue for yourself and your family. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, we have somebody with COVID. Sandra.
Okay. So we do
Sandra.
something for that.
Sí,
Sí, ¿cuál es su situación?
el jueves de la semana pasada di positivo a COVID.
Sí.
Solo ayer fui a consulta y tuve 91 de oxigenación.
Ajá.
Solo siento cansancio.
Ajá, tiene usted lo de la oxigenación y cansancio, ¿esos son sus síntomas?
Sí.
Ok, muy bien. ¿Está usted en México?
Sí, en México, en la Ciudad de México.
Ok, muy bien. Sandra, she is calling from Mexico. She tested positive last Thursday and she is experiencing tiredness and the oxygen is 91%.
I mean, is she able to breathe normally or abnormally or below normal?
¿Usted siente que puede respirar normalmente o por debajo de lo normal?
Normalmente.
Normally.
Okay, so her breathing does not bother her then.
Entonces, ¿su respiración no le molesta a usted?
No.
No.
Okay. So what bothered her is her positive test and also fatigue, right?
Entonces, lo que a usted le afecta es el test que ha salido positivo y su cansancio, ¿verdad?
Sí, exacto.
Yes.
Okay, so the positive test, well, that doesn't affect her as much as her fatigue. So let's ensure her fatigue would be in reverse, because when she know that she have a problem, the natural tendency is to try to relax herself even more. The excess relaxation is like 20 times more than normal relaxation that actually make her more fatigued. So a lot of people think if they relax, they will overcome their fatigue, but she have to tense her body more. So we would strengthen her to tense it, even if she doesn't tense it. But of course, she would tense it, and with the strengthening tensing, then she would get better results. Okay, and then the positive test is what come up from her digestive system, more so than her eliminating system, and going up from the stomach, the part of her small intestine, going up her stomach, up her esophagus, into her mouth to give her the positive test. So we're going to reverse that from the mouth down her esophagus and into her stomach, then into her small intestine, the beginning and the end of the small intestine, and also the beginning and the end of the colon, and have the whatever pathogen that was in her mouth or the oral cavity to be pooped out when she go to the bathroom, and also urinate out. Okay, now when she think about her condition now, she still have fatigue.
¿Usted aún siente que, ¿Usted aún siente que está cansada como antes?
No, sentí como vitalidad.
She felt vitality.
Okay, so what she should do is just, just tense her body and like flex her muscles, and then she won't be fatigued. So she's not fatigued anymore, right?
Ya no se siente fatigada ahora, ¿verdad?
No, ahora ya no.
Not anymore.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, muchas gracias, Sandra.
Gracias.
Lo que ha dicho el doctor Yuen es que tiene usted que tensar más su cuerpo, flexione su cuerpo un poco más a menudo, y entonces estará menos cansada. Ok, Moni, ¿puede usted abrir su micrófono, por favor? Moni.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Sí,
Hola,
¿desde dónde llama, por favor?
Desde Monterrey, México.
Sí, ¿qué petición tiene usted?
Y desde los 3 años, dice mi mamá que yo me quejo de dolor de cabeza y todos los días me duele la cabeza y tomo un analgésico para que se me quite.
Okay,
me han hecho exámenes de todo.
¿Tiene usted ahora el dolor de cabeza?
Sí, lo tengo aquí en la 100, es donde más o menos me da en la 100.
¿Y qué edad tiene usted?
51.
Okay, she is 51, she is calling from Mexico, and she is having headaches since she was 3.
Okay, she have a headache right now?
Yes.
Okay. She have it since she was 3, so it's almost like half a century, right? Now, the thing is that her headache is not coming from her head, it's coming from her sacrum and sitting muscles, as well as the missing tail effect. So we would just strengthen that, because when her tail was chopped off, she felt the pain there. Okay, so let's ensure that that experience will not continue to affect her, and also refer that pain to her head. Now, and the effect is 1,000%. It's down to 0 minus infinity, beyond minus infinity, and also Mexico is a headache for her, so let's resolve that, so everyone in Mexico can feel better about their country, and we have a better country. So right now, there's more people come from Mexico than the U.S. on this program, right? So So it tells me that I better learn how to speak Spanish, right? So anyway, okay, now how's her headache?
¿Cómo está su dolor ahora? ¿Igual o diferente?
Es diferente, está bajando. Muchísimas gracias. Va
Different.
bajando.
It is diminishing. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, I mean, you have it for most of your life, and I mean, it should be a good thing for you to continue to make improvement in your life, okay? Not just the headache.
Mhm.
So join Marnie's program, and also be part of my program, and she have nothing else to do, then she could do the Yuen method, right? So Yuen method is for people that have nothing else to do or too many things to do, right? So go to both extremes.
Ok, muchas gracias,
Thank you.
Moni. Ha dicho el doctor Yuen que teniendo en cuenta que tenías este dolor prácticamente toda tu vida y fíjate en un momento todo lo que ha mejorado, deberías inscribirte a algún programa de Marnie o del doctor Yuen para solucionar incluso más problemas todavía. Ok, Liebe, can you open your mic? Liebe or Lieb?
So for people that that skeptic about the method is that people don't have to hear the words to change. They change because we change the program that they have their internal computer. Okay, so we could take another person. We will make everyone have more prosperity, so that way they will invest in themselves in our program, right? So the people having prosperity of the, you know, more than close to 150 people we have so far, that it's only 20% have strong prosperity. So we will just strengthen everyone to have prosperity and money and finances. We're surrounded by money and finances. So let's make everyone at least strong to be a billionaire, well, US dollars billionaire, and not be weakened by that, okay? So, and let's ensure that there's no poverty-stricken mentality coming from the ancestors to be perpetuated in this generation or the future generation. So that need to be reinforced, but we will just get it started. Okay, now I'm ready for someone else to
Okay,
resolve their problem.
Bree, can you open your mic? Bree?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, where are you calling from?
New York.
Okay, what is your request, please?
I'm just having struggles with career and finances, and I don't know if I'm living in the right city.
Okay, were you born in New York City or in New York State or?
No.
Okay, but you're in the city now, right?
I'm in, yes, one of the cities in New York.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I am in New York.
Yeah, New York City's which borough?
Brooklyn.
Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay. Well, Brooklyn is up and coming. At one time, Brooklyn, no one want to go there, right? So anyway, it's up and coming, and you feel you scatter in many different directions, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're not centered, balanced, and stable because all the different part of the city kind of have an uneven effect on you. So let's make sure that they have a same effect on you, okay? If you make them all even, that they have no different with each other. You could do that in about 1 second. That's what I'm doing, okay? And the past, that's been reinforced by other people that, you know, the Brooklyn and Manhattan and the Browns, they don't get along with each other, even though they belong in the same city, right? So they criticize each other, and so let's resolve that that 20 generation of conflict of, I mean, there's no, bad hostility, but it's still kind of have the energy there that people can't come together because of the difference that's been generated. Okay, now when you think about your situation now, how does your life seem like to you in the future now?
I'm still worried about it.
Okay, well, you're still worrying about it because you worry about other things. So let's resolve when you come up with a worry, or anyone come up with worry, especially if you're in this group. So we will just strengthen you for all the worries that have been handed down to you from your ancestors. It's more like 50 generations. So let's delete it down to zero, that you couldn't even find a worry, and people think you've gone out of your mind, and then you would say, thank you that I've gone out of my mind, right? So that you thank them for noticing that you've gone out of your mind, right? So, now what's that seem like? How's your worry? Same or different?
It's different, but it's still
You
there.
can't even find your worry. You worry that you have no worry, right? So let's get rid of that. See, a lot of people think you're worried, you're going to do something about it, right? Hey, you are strong in doing something about it. You will just do it with your physical intelligence, connect with the answer connect with you, okay? You will find your way through the maze of things that are going on in New York City, okay? I know I used to live there, okay? So I grew up in New York City, so anyway. How's that now? You can withstand what's going on in your life?
It feels better.
Yeah, you're more in charge now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to be in charge. That's what Shaolin Kung Fu is all about, to be in charge, not able to, I mean, not just punching someone out or kicking someone. Right? Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So keep in touch and get better, all the time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. So again, we have people connect with us that never connect with us before, and never have that problem solved this way. And here's the chance to have problem solved. You could have all the problem on this planet solved this way, okay? So we have the global solution. So that's why we want this to go out to the billions of people on this planet to solve problem and not generating more problems. So thank you. Okay, let's take one more and have people come on the Tuesday event, that Lunar New Year or the Chinese New Year, the year of the tiger, right? We want to reinforce that energy into everyone. Everyone going to be a tiger or tigers. They're going to take over from the people. Just act like, I don't want to insult the lamb. I said I was going to act like they act like lambs, but lambs are good too. Okay, so, but it's not as energetic and ferocious as the tiger.
Okay. Vero, ¿está usted ahí? Sí, ¿de dónde llama, por favor? Vero, ¿puede usted escucharme? No funciona su sonido. Vamos a pasar otra persona. Erika, por favor.
No.
Vero, ¿me escucha?
Estoy escribiendo.
Le estoy oyendo. ¿De dónde llama, por favor?
Ay, discúlpame. De Argentina.
Sí, ¿qué petición tiene? ¿Qué petición tiene?
Es para mi mamá, que tiene varios problemas de salud.
¿Cuántos años
Y
tiene?
la verdad es como que hace hace terapias alternativas y no.
Ok. ¿Cuántos años tiene su madre?
60.
She is calling from Argentina. She wants to ask about her mother, who has several health problems. She is 60.
Okay. So she think about her mother with her health problem. It troubles her to connect with that, right?
Cuando tú piensas en el problema de tu madre, eso te afecta, ¿verdad?
Sí, me gusta.
Yes.
Okay. So the mother basically is strong to not having any health problem, okay? But the internal dynamics she shared with her mother and other members of the family share with her mother. So that's like 10 individuals, even though it may not recognize as 10 individuals, but it's 10 individuals that have their differences that affect your mom more than her, and pull her in a trillion different directions that scatter her center, balance, and stable and neutral. And we would restore that. The effect was on her is a trillion percent. So it should be down to 0, minus infinity, beyond minus infinity. And also the internal dynamic itself should be stronger in supporting these 10 people, 10 different people in her family that affects her. And also strengthen her boundaries, external boundaries, so she could withstand the external dynamic affecting her family circle. Okay. Now, when she thinks about her mother's health problem now, does it still affect her the same way?
Cuando tú piensas ahora en el problema de tu madre, ¿te afecta de la misma manera o diferente?
Un poco menos.
A little bit less.
So, as we always say, a little bit, there's no such thing, okay? It's almost like the power now, there's no such thing as the power now. All right, so either you go into the future, is all or nothing, okay? So let's ensure she's not having reservations and holding herself back in her spirit, okay? So we would lighten up her spirit, that her spirit should expect everything, the whole universe, right? Not a little bit, tiny little steps, right? Now, who taught her to do that, right? Spiritual leaders, spiritual teachers, okay? So people in spirituality, God is infinite. We should be infinite like God, right? Not a little bit, okay? Now, what's that seem like?
¿Cómo está ahora?
Tengo la esperanza, digamos, de que se resuelva. Eso cambió.
She has hope this could be resolved.
Well, again, hope is hopeless, right? So, well, we're going to resolve it, we're not going to ask her, okay? So we will improve people offline as well as online, and they don't always have to participate every second, like they depend on us, right? There's no dependency. We make people independent, their own master of themselves, that was mentioned before. And again, I want to invite people to this New Year, Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year, but actually it's not just Chinese, right? Other Asian countries also celebrate the Lunar New Year, and of course Japan is westernized. They only go with the solar calendar, it's the lunar calendar. Okay, so anyway, it's good to have 2 New Years, right? So, and it's great for people spend the time, and I have the openness. So let's strengthen everyone to have no stress, and whatever benefit other people have in this group here, participating outwardly in this group, their changes or their strengthening effect going to be applied to everyone that I didn't have a chance to strengthen everyone, but I have strengthened everyone without they have to directly participating. Okay, so again, I said we have another event on Tuesday that we double the chi Tuesday at February the 1st, and at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So join us and recommend other people join us, and we could change the world for the better. Okay, so it's no charge for it, and if you want to pay us a little bit to get the program, that'll be good, right? They're all or affordable program are already changing everyone's prosperity, money, and finances. Investing in yourself, the best thing you could do. And if you have taxes to pay, you could deduct it as a business expense, or not business, but improvement expense. So you have a better livelihood and pay more taxes to the government. Okay, so you want anything to add, Miriam?
No, I think you said it all.
Okay, well, I didn't say all there is to say, but
Well, all that is needed. There's no need to say more, right?
okay, thank you for saying that, and thank for everyone to be part of this group, and the energy of everyone is what's supporting the improvement in everyone, right? That's what has to be implemented on this planet. Thank you.
Muchas gracias a todos. Tenemos el martes que viene un evento con Marnie Greenberg. Les invitamos a todos, es un evento gratuito. Muchísimas gracias.